So you want to speedrun. In this video I'll show you how to beat the game under 5 hours to get the speedrun achievement. It is not an easy task, so you only have 5 masks and few tools. So there are 2 ways to get to a citadel. There is the bell way, so you have to ring 5 bells, and the other is to defeat Phantom and go through underworks. The game also has a system where you can back up your save file from an important point of the game, so if you get stuck you can rewind your save file. First we have to get the Silk Spear, defeat the Bell Beast and ring the first bell. I recommend you to collect all the rosaries you can, so later you can buy other things, like the Toolsmith upgrade. On your way to the deep docks, you can collect the first metal and the first tool. Later on, the first thing is to get the dash. Then you can go underneath, beat the waves, sit on the bench and get the tool upgrade. You can also buy the arrow spikes, which I did in my playthrough, but you can save your metal for another tool. Here we want to get the cloak upgrade, but first you can get the bell tool that is hidden, but it is really useful. You do the spike quest, they give you the cloak, and you only have to defeat the robot and ascend to Greymore. You have to ring another bell, but to go through that bell you have to go to the Crow Lake, defeat the waves again, but when you do that you can get the Weaver ability, which I didn't get in my playthrough. Later on we will get the crest of the area, so you can talk to Eva and upgrade the normal crest. Later you defeat the fly. When you enter Bellheart, I recommend you to get the stack and go back to Bone Bottom, so you can buy the merchant things, another metal, and then talk to Eva to upgrade the crest. It will be useful for the rest of the game. On your way, I recommend you to use that bench. And you can also unlock this stack, but it's not necessary. And watch out that before the claw there is the giant boss. Once you get the wall jump, you go to the Weaver, defeat him, ring the bell, and that's it. Then go to get the nail upgrade, so you deal more damage per hit, and it makes the run easier. Then you have to ring the Shellwood bell, and then you can go to Blasted Steps, where there are these fucking worms. Sit on that bench, and then I'll show you a skip in case you didn't know. In the way through the last judge, where you can wall jump and skip some annoying enemies. You defeat the last judge, you enter the Grand Gate and go under the elevator. Now, the next zone, underworks, is a shitty zone. So there is a lot of tries, a lot of flying enemies, a lot of conducts, a lot of steam. Follow the path I showed you. I recommend you to take that bench, because there is a enemy wave right here. And then go to the coral chambers and just get to the Grand Bellway. You have to collect rosaries if you can, so it makes easier to buy more things in the future. Once you get to the Grand Bellway, unlock this star, pay the Bentrica, and ascend to Songclave. Then take the bench and Songclave and go to the Go-Go Dancers. This fight isn't really difficult. Now we have to get the 3 melodies. This part isn't as difficult as it may seem. Complete the parkour. And there is a wave fight. One of those you like. This fight could be a bit tedious, so if you use your tools, it is better. The first thing to do when you get the Whispering Balls is getting the skip of Songclave. Then you can get the nail oil. Then you can go to Trobio, but don't fight him, just unlock the door and go get the nail upgrade. What you will do now is get the hook ability, so you have to go to Underworks again. There you can find the architect and buy some useful tools. Then go back to the broken elevator and get to the first melody. Once you get there, you go above to reproduce the melody and go back to Songclave. Now it's parkour time. You now have to earn the architect melody. And now there is, I think, the most difficult part of the route. So there are really big enemies, they're really annoying. In the way you can get the robot bag tool, that could be useful if you collect the metal. Then get the bench and defeat the waves. Get the third melody And now it's time to get OP. In my case, I didn't get OP because I had only 1 hour left. But it's not that difficult if you completed the 100% game. Then you get the bench, go through the elevator, the field days. It took me some tries to the field days. And now it's time to Grandmother Silk. Somehow, I managed to beat Grandmother Silk in my first try, with only 5 masks, and only 1 tool and 1 ability. If you like the video and you are a speedrunner, leave a like.